In an uptrend, a seller appears, price drops but not further, and it's bought back. There's a hint at trend continuation and an entry up to this high. We bounced off the pause.
A link to all the information is on the YouTube profile.
This pause is unconfirmed. Same during the trend, now a reversal. This pause isn't confirmed by volume. There's liquidity above, right here, and there's a chance to go higher and take it. So there's a reason to go higher based on the volume. Let's look further. This is already the end of the candle. There are more buyers, fewer sellers. Let's look at the cluster. I'll look at the percentage. The percentage is huge. Just a couple of seconds. The strength isn't dropping, it's increasing. I'll try 2 minutes. Why? Buyback, candle closing full-bodied, buyer volume growing, strength increasing top. So there's a chance that some movement could still continue upward right now. 2 minutes is just an attempt to take a quick trade. If it doesn't work out, the entry will be open for 4 to 5 minutes up to these highs. 1 minute and 25 seconds left. We wait. 20 seconds left until the end. It's not going higher. And I'm starting to have questions about this trade. Why, after this buyback, the candle closing in my favor and additional factors with the trend, did I only get such a small upward movement, right? I have questions. What can I assume? Maybe sideways movements or sideways range. And if I open another increase trade right now, that would be a mistake. I need more information. I need to see what happens closer to the candle's close, or maybe spot some volume, something like that. Something that can point me in the right direction. That's it. So for now, I'll wait a little bit. Maybe it will even be closer to the candle's close. I don't know. For now, there's doji here. There was an attempt by the seller to push down not allowed. There was an attempt by the buyer to push down not allowed, right? It's difficult for me to understand why there is a cross here. But the only thing I do understand is that there were enough reasons to keep the movement going, but we only saw this small pullback and that's it. We're already facing resistance. That's why you need to wait here. The second option is to change the situation, but 2 trades have already been opened. So overall, I understand that the movement will continue upward. It's just that we might drop down to this stopping point again. If I enter a buy here, that will already be my second martingale, and in this area I might have to open a third one as well. If I'm lucky, I won't have to open a fourth one, but since I don't use a fourth martingale, that's a loss. So I wait. Now I see buying volume rising and the buyer active. The buyer is doing what they should for the trend. So here I open a 4-minute martingale trade upward. Okay, 5 seconds left and it wipes me out. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes, but it's illogical. There's no other option here. So this will be a 5-minute trade. Okay, we're closing on the buyers. There's a support area below where buyers are a bit stronger than sellers, but the trend is weaker. It's frustrating, the price moves up, but you don't catch. And yeah, look, it really did move up within, well, okay, I entered after this candle and within 15 minutes the price went higher, but I just didn't catch it. But it's all right. On this market, losses have already become the norm for me, so it's nothing to worry about. We wait. All right, 10 seconds left and I'm about to get stopped out again. It's happening right at the very end again. Once again, there's an insane pullback, a really fast pullback. So the candle opens, reaches the zone and instantly gives a sharp pullback. Of course, it's very interesting, but I won't continue with this pair. So in the end, it's another loss for me. I just had a loss not long ago. All right, this time I probably try to recover that loss. Right now, I don't see any point in entering here for an upward move because the price is already going up. I'm not chasing the movement, that will be wrong. So I'll look for something now where I can recover. Trades with a higher amount, okay, GBP AUD. So I haven't found a suitable situation on the 15-minute chart yet. I'll check what's on the hourly chart, GBP JPY. I see a reason to enter here with a downward trade. Of course, there won't be 3 martingale steps here, at most just 1, since the amounts are higher. Otherwise, it would be very easy and simple to drain the balance this way. Why am I opening a short position right now? I like this interesting little fact. This gap still hasn't been closed. Right now, there's a downward movement and there's a chance to go and close that gap. This is the first thing. We are bouncing, a buyer appears, breaks through the local level, faces resistance. Everything is as it should for this move down. Also, in this candle at open and now, volume is high below. These are hourly candles. So I'll just interpret what I see accordingly. There's no point in waiting for the candle to close. In the 40 minutes of this small candle forming, the volume is increasing on the seller's side, the buyers. Well, that's logical, right? Because the candle is red, the volume will naturally belong more to the seller, so I don't really see any point in taking that into account. All I see is that logically we should generally be moving lower, and that should be more than enough. Okay, I'm hitting something here, something Oh, it's not opening. Where? What? My maximum trade size is set to 5. Phew. Hold on. Let's do this. I don't have other options. I have a limit set on the trade. So look, something's happening right now. This isn't news. But what I know for sure is that such sharp moves out of nowhere will be met with attempts to buy back. Basically, I have plenty of time. So my trade limit was set to 5,000. That's why I couldn't open for 7,500. All right, fine. Let it stay at 5. I had to set a bit more, but I doubled it specifically because of such a sharp impulse, since I can't figure out this impulse and people will try to buy it back. Am I nervous? No way. Come on. How could you be nervous here? I'm a professional at what I do. For sure it's going to go down. I'm nervous. This isn't 300, 500 or $1,000. It's 10 grand in the trade. Look what happened before, right? There's nothing you can do. So you end up in a situation like this and you have to find a way out. You can decide not to trade, go look for another opportunity and not continue. Or you can decide to try to recover that loss, right? Everyone decides for themselves. Honestly, it didn't really faze me much. Lately, taking a loss has become pretty normal for me in this market. The only thing that really got to me was during the impulse move. It wasn't the first trade that got to me, but specifically that impulse move, you know. If we compare it to this whole movement, what happened here was something really dramatic. But how many times have I seen such moves over all these years? These moves have always been bought back up. Again, you shouldn't get caught up when it comes close to the end point. Look, every single trade, it cut me off right at the end. Is it really going to cut me off again? No, it won't cut me off. I can't really call this a good trade. But guys, I can't keep trading this setup because there was an impulse. And that impulse was bought back. So far, only halfway, but it was bought back. And it's unclear where this impulse came from as I see it. The candle is big everywhere. Absolutely everywhere the candle is big, right? So this happened on all pairs. On 5-minute chart, volume should have increased. Everywhere, right? Absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Well, look, I don't see any point in continuing further. First of all, I don't understand this candle. And it's not just a small candle, it's a big candle that breaks the entire price dynamic. So what's going to happen now? Are they going to start buying back or are they going to go again based on what was happening before this candle? You have to wait because the candle is huge, right? You need to see something. For now, it's just one candle. Nothing is clear. You need to let some time pass here. So I won't continue further. It's useless. It's absolutely pointless. It's a loss of around 9,000 and a return of 8 or 8,500. The difference is about 1,000. Updated minus 9,033. So the difference is about 1,000. A minus of 1,000 isn't that serious. You can make that back in a single trade. Maybe I'll even do it today, but let's do this. So for now, we wait some time pass, come back later and make back that 1,002 and end up in the black. So for now, we wait. We wait, I don't know, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. We'll see how the price behaves after this spike. Will this spike affect its dynamics or not, right? So what does that mean? I need to understand what it will do after this candle. Will it keep following its original movement and go above a certain situation? Or will this candle add volume and will reverse and head toward these lows? That's what's important to understand right now. So I'm hitting pause and taking a break.